Hi, and welcome to KU. I want to take a minute to acknowledge this is probably not how you imagined your time as a Jayhawk starting, but we are excited that you're joining the KU community. I'm excited to tell you about the resources that are offered by the University Career Center. Broadly speaking, we work with undergraduates and graduates in the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, which covers lots of different majors and different potential career paths. We help students and alumni with things like major and career exploration, job searches, application documents, connecting to people who work in the fields that interest you, interview prep. Basically, if it relates to your career interests, we're here to help with it. And we'll meet with you by phone or by video in 30 or 60-minute appointments. And then when campus reopens, we will meet in person as well. So my name is Meredith Wiggins. I'm an assistant director and a career coach with the University Career Center. That's my picture on the left side of the slide. And I've included my contact information here. You can reach me by email at meredith.wiggins@ku.edu or by phone via the UCC at 785-864-3624. And you can learn more about the rest of the UCC's team of full-time staff, grad students, undergraduate employees, and instructors at the link at the bottom right side of the slide. So in this presentation, I'm going to quickly share with you a bit more information about resources that the UCC makes available for free to KU students. So one major portion of the UCC's work with students is helping people explore different majors and careers that would fit their skills and interests. And sometimes that means helping students decide between a couple of different majors that they already know that they're interested in. Other times it means starting totally from scratch. So to support that, the UCC's Careers and Majors page, which is located at career.ku.edu/careers and majors, links to individual web pages about each major that KU offers. And those pages provide examples of the kinds of skills you'll learn in a specific major and examples of work environments that you might want to consider. So I'm going to exit my PowerPoint right now and navigate to the Careers and Majors page, which you should now see on the screen. So for example, if you think that you might be interested in, say, a degree in communication studies, you can click that link and the University Career Center's Communication Studies page will show you things like sample skills and sample career paths, sample job titles that you could explore further. I want to emphasize this is not the same as the Communication Studies departmental page. That's going to focus more on the academic side of the major, faculty, class names, that sort of stuff. Instead, the UCC webpage is going to focus on career paths involving that major. And we have one of these for pretty much every major that is offered at KU. So highly recommend checking that out. Back to the PowerPoint. If you are not sure where you want to start, the HawkQuest quiz, which is located at career.ku.edu/HawkQuest, is a really great tool that helps you think through how interested you might be in making certain kinds of tasks part of your daily work in your future career. So things like interacting with people or summarizing research. And then it uses those quiz answers to suggest certain major and career paths that might be a good fit. I think by the time you're viewing this, you may already have been given the HawkQuest quiz, but if not, I definitely recommend taking the time to do that. And the UCC also offers a number of other careers and self-assessments that can help you get a sense of where your strengths and interests lie and suggest potential career paths to explore. And you can then meet with a career coach to help you get feedback on your assessment results and to talk through any questions you might have about them. Most of these assessments do require a small fee, but if that fee is a barrier for you, please just let the University Career Center know and we can try to work something out. And you can learn more about each of these assessments at career.ku.edu/assessments. So one thing that we really care about is that making sure that students realize not all majors lead to a really specific kind of job. Some do, you know, if you want to be a nurse, you're really going to need to get that nursing degree. Same goes for engineering. But in most cases, your major is more about developing certain kinds of skills that you can use in lots of different contexts than it is about learning how to do one really specific job, right? A history major doesn't have to become a historian. Instead, they can think about any kind of field where being a strong researcher and a strong writer with a really curious mind and a strong sense of causes and effects would be helpful to the work they want to perform. And so our career communities, which you can see on the screen right now, are all about this idea. There are 6 communities: international professionals and public servants, scientists and technologists, educators and helping professionals, communicators and leaders, artists, designers and performers, and health professionals. And they encourage you to think about the kinds of skills you want to learn and the kind of environment you want to be working in long term, rather than just what your specific major is. So if you're interested in earning a biology degree, you might want to sign up for scientists and technologists and health professionals. And joining that career community helps you explore career pathways and job targets because it connects you to special programming, it helps you meet other students who are in your interest area, and helps you connect with working professionals and alumni who are in those fields. So when you sign up for a career community at career.ku.edu/career communities, you're going to get email information about job postings, internship opportunities, and special events that will help you explore and connect. And beyond exploring careers and majors, the UCC will also help you with drafting application documents like resumes and cover letters. If you're not familiar with them, resumes are brief, usually one-page documents that provide employers with an overview of the past experiences you have that make you a good fit for their job opportunities. And cover letters are usually about a page, and they allow you room to provide more details about those experiences so that you can make a case for why you should be hired. But if you've never written these kinds of documents in the past, it can be tough to know where to start. So we recommend checking out career.ku.edu/resumes and downloading a PDF of our resource book, Resumes, References, and Cover Letters, which you see above on the screen. Um, because in resume appointments, the UCC can help you brainstorm your qualifications and then help you shape them into a resume. And this handout is a really helpful guide to get started. We also have a resume Dropbox where if you already have a document in place and you're just looking for feedback on what you've already got, you can submit that electronically to our office at career.ku.edu/resume Dropbox form, and our office will then provide you with some general feedback, suggestions, and proofreading. Another major function of the UCC is helping students and alumni with searching for jobs and internships, because that process involves more than just going to Google and typing in jobs in name of field. But again, it's tough to know where to start if you haven't done it before. So we can help you locate resources that are specific to the type of work you want to do, get in touch with potential employers, and find job opportunities in your field. For more information, you can visit the UCC website at career.ku.edu/job search. And that's going to include links to lots of helpful resources, including a PDF version of the yellow Strategies for a Successful Job Search handbook that you can see on the screen right now. And the UCC is particularly good at helping students and alumni start the networking process. Networking basically means getting to know people who are working in fields that might interest you and asking them to share their knowledge about that field with you. It's not asking directly for jobs. Instead, it's about building relationships with your future colleagues. And at some point in their life, more than 70% who've held a job indicated that they had found that job through a connection that they had. So your network can include family, friends, coworkers, professors, classmates, KU staff and alumni. All of the people that you know are in your network. And then all of the people that those people know are sort of in your second level of network, because they can say, oh yeah, my friend works there, I'll introduce you, and that sort of thing. So you should definitely be thinking about growing your network while you're at KU. And one way to do that is through tools like the University of Kansas LinkedIn Alumni tool. This is a great way to find professionals to add to your network and to learn more about fields that interest you. LinkedIn is basically social media for the working world. If you don't have a profile on LinkedIn.com, the UCC will help you build one. And right now on the screen, there's an example of what the alumni tool looks like. This is a school-specific search tool that lets you sort through the profiles of more than 100,000 KU alumni. And it shows common results across fields like, where do those alumni live and work geographically? What employer do they work for? And what type of industry are they employed in? And you can sort by other fields as well. These are just some samples. Um, and the tool isn't only to find alumni who are currently working, you can also use it to figure out what people have done with different majors and who employs grads from the University of Kansas, the skills that they say that they have, and so on. So this is a really helpful tool. And the KU mentoring platform, which is found at mentoring.ku.edu, functions really similarly to the LinkedIn alumni tool. It makes it possible for you to search for networking connections by major, by industry, by group affiliation, by where people lived on campus when we were all living on campus. The main difference between these platforms is that all of the alumni in the KU mentoring platform have already agreed to be contacted for networking purposes. So you don't have to be worried about reaching out. They've already said they want to talk to you. In the image on the screen, the blue majors button is highlighted because the user searched by major. And this search was for art majors. So it returned the 4 profiles on the screen and others that you could potentially connect with. And right here we have 4 art majors, one of whom is a project manager, one of whom is an attorney, one of whom works as a curator at a museum, and one is who is a commercial photographer. So lots of different things that you can do with that degree. Moving on, the UCC also helps with interview prep. We offer mock or practice interviews where you can test out your interview skills with a career coach via phone or video or in person when we're back meeting in person. And there's also online recorded interviews where you can record yourself using your computer and then submit that video digitally to get feedback. And we'll also meet with you about any other interview questions that you might have, whether that's, how do I talk about my biggest weakness with an employer, to, is this outfit I have on okay to wear to an interview? And you can learn more about the interviewing process, including about remote interviewing, at the UCC website at career.ku.edu/interviewing. Finally, this is just a broad overview of the resources that the UCC offers. So please do not hesitate to reach out to us about any career or major related questions that you might have. We love talking with students, and we're really excited for the chance to get to know some of you. When campus is open, we are located in 206 Summerfield Hall. But until then, we are available remotely for appointments via phone and video, and we can always talk over email. So again, thank you so much for taking the time to view this presentation. Welcome to the University of Kansas, and rock chalk!